Hi, I'm Catherine, the creator of Shia and the Jetsons Community Preservation of the Promised Land. Okay, let me just say how you can never ever pay rent. Just stop paying rent. Because when you pay rent, you are employing the cops, the police officers to arrest our people. You are paying for the police department. You're paying for the mayor's office. You have to stop paying rent. By law, if you say, well, I will never pay rent. Like, you have to wait for the eviction notice, because I got the letter. I got an email from a woman who said, "You're right, Catherine. I stopped paying rent 3 years ago, and they haven't bothered me because I did exactly what you said. I I said I claim my rightful land, and you owe me monthly tax payments. I was never supposed to pay you rent, and the city mayor is under an investigation because of that." And because of that, 640 acres is mine. You owe me monthly tax payments for the rest of this your business life. So you owe me. I don't owe you. I will never pay rent. And you just put, that's what you put. That's it. You put your name, the people that live in your house, you put their names, and you put that address. Make sure you put that address to, so you can claim that address. And you claim 640 acres, and that's it. You won't be paying rent anymore. Okay, so that's why this woman right here on the email does not pay rent anymore. See, she said, "Oh my God, you're right. All I had to do is just write. All I had to do was just wait and get. You have to get the, that like the 3 day notice to pay, or when you don't pay the rent, you get the 3 day notice, and then you answer them. Oh, I will never pay rent ever, and I have a right to defend myself. You send any sheriff over to my house." Because I just rightfully claim my land. I own 640 acres, and I just sent it to the mayor's office, to the courts. So yeah, now watch they ignore you. They're going to ignore you. You will never have to pay rent, and that's how you own your house. So I own this big, huge 640 acres estate in Chino, California. Now they have to, what they're doing now, the city mayor, is they have to go over the fact that they have to pay me monthly tax payments or yearly tax payments. That's why they're not saying anything, because they're really trying to come together, trying to put together how much they actually owe me. Because no matter what, when they go to court, whatever happens, it all leads down to me owning my land, because I proved it. I own gas companies and water companies. You see what I'm saying? I own the companies. So they can't evict you if you have all that. They can't evict you even if you just say you own it and you don't have proof, because they know that if you're indigenous, if you're this color, most likely you're indigenous. That's why they'll believe you. And you'll just come with the proof later, because you have the proof. You just got to go under ancestry.com, put down your grandparents' last names, full names, and then print out your paperwork, and that's it. Or don't. Just don't. You don't even have to do that. You have to just go by the simple fact is that you're not going to pay any more rent, and you have proof that you're indigenous to the land, and that's it. Okay, so they go by the Black Law Dictionary, that when you go on Discovery, when you go on page Discovery, in there, this whole book is based on indigenous people owning their land. This is what it's about. If you discover that you own your land based off of fraud or whatever happened to you, then you automatically own your land and you have a right to defend yourself. That's basically what it's saying. And I wanted to show you.
News. Let's do it.
Okay. I like this video because Rod Hayes and Young Elder put this video together to show you that the native women that come from Russia, what the $5 Indian, okay, $5 Indians, we'll just call her native women from Russia, from Mongolia, because they're not indigenous to America. We all know that. Mexicans, Chinese, and $5 Indians are not indigenous to America. Let's make sure that's understood. Now, if you black women out there, if you indigenous colored women are feeling funny, like, well, they didn't say it. They don't have to say it. You tell them, okay? You tell them that you're indigenous. You don't be worried about because they didn't say it. When you meet them, then you say, "Oh no, I'm indigenous to the land because you guys are indigenous to Mongolia, and you guys know that already because it's in the United States Congress archives. It's in the United States Congress archives that they're indigenous to Mongolia and not America. So don't get your panties in a wad just because they don't mention you. They don't mention they don't say indigenous copper-colored women. If they don't say that, don't feel bad about that. You let them know that that's what you are. Anyway,
we have a letter being delivered.
this is what I don't like. Is the simple fact is that when they went in there, the white man and the Mexican man and all the men in there and the black man, it completely ignored these women. Why? Because they went by themselves and they didn't bring the indigenous women that they just mentioned, black women. They didn't, because they said African women, African American women, which I don't know why they said that when they should already know we're indigenous. But that's why you are going to correct them when you see them. Because I get emails saying, well, they didn't mention it. Good. That's why you'll open your mouth and tell them, won't you? Okay, so anyway, jeez. So anyway, these women didn't mention it. And that's fine. That's fine. You'll correct them. But they would have to be in the forefront and they would have to say, everyone have to get out. Yes, you got to get your wallet, get your shoes, and get the fuck out. They would have to do that. And then if these men over here are ignoring them while we're there, that cannot happen. They would not ignore us because we would have to go upside their head and literally physically throw them out. Because behind us will be other women who will be directing the men who is holding the furniture. Yes, we have to have it because we're moving in the mayor's office. And the men have to hold the furniture. We're talking about refrigerators, tables, chairs, couches, beds. Because it's a symbolism of us saying, okay, it's a wrap. We ain't never gonna pay rent. We own our land. That's why they're moving in the furniture, because we're really literally gonna be moving in for real. Like for real. So I want it to be that way where the men will be moving in and so the women will be like, now when we come in there, the cops and all of the mayor people, they're gonna be like, oh no, it's too much going on. So they're gonna see the white women, Mexican women in the front saying, get out, get out. And then they're going to see us being like, yeah, get out. Now behind us is going to be other women directing the men to bring in the furniture, the chairs, the tables. So the cops over there, they're going to be like, oh no, this is too much. They're going to leave. They're going to leave. They're going to have to leave. It's too much. That's too much. That's just too much going on right there. Because you just got, it's just too much going into this building and and all at the same time. It's just and the majority of us are saying, get the fuck out. They're gonna leave. Why? Because they have to and they know it. The government is shut down and there's nothing they can do about it. So let me go ahead and end this. I just wanted to let you know that let me just show you this. See, look how they get ignored.
I came all the way on the Trail of Tears to deliver this letter to you folks. We want you to know that the contemporary Muskogee people are now making their journey back to our homelands, and hereby give notice to Mayor Andrew Dickens, the Atlanta City Council, the Atlanta Police Department, the Atlanta Police Foundation, the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office, and so-called
Okay, I just want you to see how they were ignoring them. I just want you to see that. And I know you already seen 2 videos of it, but I wanted you to really pay attention of why we have to go into the mayor's office, because this is a great example of what happens when you only got one race of one race of people going in there. That's what happens. But if you got all the races, her, white, and black up in there, no, because the white women got to get a hold of the white cops. The Mexican women got to get a hold of the Mexican cops. You know what I mean? Like we got to get a hold of our black cops up in there like that. And the way that we do it is that if any of them are talking while she's talking, we're going to be like, bitch, did you hear what she said? Shut up and get out of the building. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to do. So it's got to be a group of us. That's why I just want to make sure to get this video out. I just want to make it kind of quick, but just to put this on TikTok or Instagram, because I can't upload any long videos, so I got to make this quick. Okay, so I'll end this right now.